we're going to show you a couple of trick items that are very good for this time of the year, specifically for grass. So let's get to it. So the couple of items I like to use on my yard this time of the year: iron and sulfur, and also tree and shrub. Now again, if you haven't used pre-emergence, you can, but I have, so I'm going to move to my next venue, which is putting down my tree and shrub. I did iron and sulfur 2-3 weeks ago, so it's pretty green, it's in decent shape, but I did like putting down the sulfur. That helps fight mosquitoes, roaches, you name it, and of course the iron gave me this green. Why am I doing the tree and shrub? Just for that reason, to get my yard that super food. I know it's not winter, I know it's not fall yet, but it does help it go through the winter as that winterizer product. So that really gives us some nutrient down there. Also, my beautiful trees and shrubs really enjoy this other product. So having said that, this is a 20-pound bag of iron and sulfur. That will cover 3,500 square feet. 3,500 square feet would be, say, 50 by 70, something like that. It's a pretty good size area. Put it on, water it in. This 25-pound bag of tree and shrub will cover 5,000 square feet. The reason being is it's got more nitrogen in it, so it goes further. So this has very little nitrogen in it on the iron and sulfur side. This has some nitrogen in it to help things grow and get that nurtured feeling going into fall/winter. Now the reason I do that this time of the year is then come the 1st of March, my grass just starts greening up on its own, and everybody that does a winterizer program in the fall, they'll see the same results. It just really does turn out and turn around.
Do you come across a lot of people who are resistant to doing anything for the fall, winter?
Oh, constantly. They'll say, yeah, fertilized back in March, April, something like that, you know. Said nothing in the summer. No, just gonna do it the once a time a year. And I mean, there's people like that, Mike, that are set in their ways that will not change. But those are the people that don't really want a grass lawn to be like this.
Right.
They're also the people that have trees and shrubs, lawn patches die through the wintertime because they don't water at all. But the main thing is in the wintertime, I go down to about once every 2 weeks to protect from dry freeze, to give some moisture to my grass zones, my root zones. My trees enjoy it, my shrubs enjoy it. If I've got flowers, some of them live clear into November. You go cutting that water off, you're missing some of their fall beauty, and you really should pay attention to that.
So the difference is, if you apply these products and you take care of things, you're going to make your lawn and everything else last longer compared to those who don't.
Well, certainly the fall or the winter color, yes, absolutely. Any color is going to be amplified, carried forward. The other thing is that this is fescue. Your Bermudas and your buffaloes will, once we start getting down to, say, 40 degrees at night in the eastern New Mexico high plains region, West Texas high plains, then you'll start seeing buffalo and Bermuda going dormant. The green will still be in your fescue, and that's what's real key to me. I do have some Bermuda that's mixed in with my fescue, which I don't like the fact that it is brown in some spots in the wintertime, but as I accelerate with the year after year use, I'm basically almost choking out the Bermuda by keeping my fescue so green further into the year. Now here's our tree and shrub. Again, I'm selfishly going to do this so that I can put this down while we're doing the show and not have to do it later. Watch me, I've done this before, but I don't think I've done it in a while. These pivoting points with these pneumatic tires on spreaders like this, I'm going to be pivoting about every 5-6 feet on my rotation. get some of those clumps I was telling you about. And here we go. And make sure you're getting this over your edges, over to your shrubs. So see, I'm hugging it really good. Pivoting it around, there's 5 feet. Here I go again. And I do not have to go both directions when I'm using a broadcast spreader. That's why I love these things, because I don't have any crisscross pattern to worry about. Make sure when you pivot on the ends that you leave the shutter open. You wouldn't think the fertilizer, I don't know if your camera's picking that up or not, Mike. Doesn't look like I'm putting out that much, but it is kind of gray and dark in material. And believe me, by the time I put this bag on all this 5,000 square feet front and back, it's going to be plenty of fertilizer.